Well, he was once a universally admired business figure here in Buffalo. One-time billionaire John Rigas died yesterday at 96 years old. The local cable TV tycoon and former Buffalo Sabres owner not only saw his business collapse, but he spent 8 years in prison for it. But as Danny Spiewak explains, one small community south of us here in Western New York still considers him a hero.
A statue of justice stands on top of the Potter County Courthouse, overlooking this hillside town of 2,500. This community had exploded in the early 2000s thanks to the rapid growth of John Rigas' cable empire, Adelphia. It was an improbable scenario. This little town suddenly home to a Fortune 500 company, led by a CEO that owned an NHL franchise.
The team they own, the Buffalo Sabres.
John Rigas, their owner. Congratulations. We're going to the big dance.
But the bad news came in 2002. John Rigas was arrested and led into the streets of Manhattan in handcuffs. Federal authorities accused members of the Rigas family of hiding debt and raiding Adelphia's funds for their own personal interests. The Securities and Exchange Commission called it one of the most extensive financial frauds to ever take place at a public company.
We want to be clear that officers and directors of public companies who loot those companies for their own fortunes should not and will not profit from their behavior.
Rigas and his son Tim defended themselves vigorously against the charges, noting that outside auditors approved their borrowing, but they were convicted and both went to prison. Adelphia went bankrupt. National media outlets came to Coudersport and wondered how this town would ever survive without Adelphia's 2,000 jobs.
God bless John.
All right, John, love you.
In February 2016, John Rigas returned home after nearly a decade in prison. Coudersport threw him a celebration. Some Western New Yorkers may not have understood the celebration they saw on television that night. They see the Adelphia scandal and remember lost jobs and retirement funds, a near catastrophe for the Sabres, and a failed attempt to bring an Adelphia tower to downtown Buffalo. But in Coudersport, many still view Rigas as a local hero, including when he threw out the first pitch at a baseball game in Wellsville.
You cannot find anything wrong with his character. His character defines the man, and his character is exceptional.
He seeks vindication. I know the family very well. He's not content that, okay, he's been released from prison.
Danny Spiewak, Channel 2 News.